EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Flushed out right. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Torrey Smith, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Minnesota coming back out here on offense, Charles. I want to ask you more about that Week 2 tie, though, that you called against them in Green Bay. What do you take away from that game long term?
Frustration for both sides because it was a tie. Both had their opportunities. But we're talking about Week 2, and we're just going to kind of overlook it, I think, at this time. It'll be interesting when we get around Week 13, Week 14, as the playoff picture comes into full focus, where this tie will rank and what implications it might actually have on both of these teams trying to get into the playoffs.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First down, here's Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 2nd down, Cook. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Carolina's offense, they worked their way back out there. And I wanted to discuss Christian McCaffrey with you. One thing that kind of went under the radar in their Week 2 loss, he had 14 receptions. They mentioned they want to use him in a variety of ways. Are they using him effectively?
They are in the passing game. You noted it, 14 catches for him, but 102 yards. So in space, absolutely dynamite. I think they need more from him in the running game, though. Only 37 yards on the ground. Cam Newton was still their leading rusher with 42. They need McCaffrey to be that lead guy and Cam to be more of an accessory in the running game.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st down, Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man, hand him the ball, and let him get upfield and pick up a 1st down.
Newton on 1st down. And right with it here over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's got room. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Play fake. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. But in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. They go play action here on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Again, this is Cook. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Cousins. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. Oh, now he bowls him over. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. To throw is Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. In for the score. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Bailey now to kick this one away. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 1st and 10, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Following the interception, Cousins. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Cousins to throw it. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Handoff comes to Cook. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Making the tackle there, Cornelder. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. With Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Sherrills to return it. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
All right, now here we go.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Here's Matt Weil now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, let's take a step away from this game for a second. Talk about teams that are undefeated through 2 weeks in the NFL season. Miami, Denver, Cincinnati, Tampa Bay. How about those surprises all being 2-0 right now?
Yeah, the Jaguars, the Chiefs, and the Rams are all 2-0. Not a major surprise. You're exactly right, because they have one common characteristic, those teams you mentioned, Miami, Denver, Cincinnati, and Tampa. None of them made the playoffs last year. And what's the one thing we do know about the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before will not make them 2 years in a row. So these teams could be some of the early replacements in the playoff race for 2018.
And one more stat, 62% of teams that start 2-0 make the playoffs. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther 1st down. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And we're back now in Charlotte. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Newton. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Denoris Searcy. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
Do something.
Newton to throw. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. And Gano's kick is right through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now out comes Minnesota. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Second down, Cousins. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They start the drive with Anderson. Anderson loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Throwing is Cousins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 35 yards away. And Bailey able to knock it through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
A fantastic connection that time. Newton to Funchess, 43 yards.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
Now Newton. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll be taken down at the 34. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Newton. Over the middle to Smith. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Godot's kick is right through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Huge first down. Got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll look to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Julius Peppers in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And oh no, they spike it here. That was 4th down. So they spike it on 4th down, and they will lose the football. And the Panthers coming out now. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.